I know a lot of people that watch these don't follow baseball. If you haven't heard, this is the biggest story that's going on. It's brought to you by DraftKings. Fernando Tatis Jr., he is one of the better players going in the major leagues right now. He's so fun to watch. He hits his 10th homer on the season. He ties Mike Trout, who's like the best player ever, to tie him for the most home runs this season. He's going off. He's having fun. He should become one of the big faces in baseball, just young and fun. Padres are up by 7 runs. That guy beats the shift. Profar, what a rude thing to do, beating the shift like that on an infield single when you're up by 7 runs. Can't be doing that. Then we're going to walk this batter. Now it's 2 on. We're going to walk this batter. Now it's bases loaded, and Fernando Tatis Jr. steps up to the plate looking delicious again. Ball 1 in the dirt. What are you going to do? You got to pitch to him. Ball 2 in the dirt. He's not chasing. He's got good discipline. You want him just to chase just because you're down by a lot? Now it's a 3-0. Now here's where it gets fun. The unwritten rules say you shouldn't be swinging on 3-0, especially if you're up 6 runs after the 6th inning. They're up 7 runs after the 6th inning. It's the 8th inning. Why do the unwritten rules say this? Well, because pitchers historically are huge babies, and they masquerade that with toxic masculinity. And if you piss off a pitcher, well, he can just throw the projectile at you and hurt you. So you have to be careful not to piss off the pitchers. And just because he threw 3 bad pitches in a row that you didn't swing at, that means you now have to let him throw a strike right down the middle. If you're new to baseball and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? This is, it makes so much sense, because afterwards, then the pitcher's going to say, okay, here's another fastball. You can swing at this one. Oh, nope, that's not true. After the fact, the pitcher's then going to try to get you out. Oh, okay. So does the other team, they're just not going to try to come back and win because they're down by so much? So that's why? No. They're going to do everything they come to come back and win. You're just not allowed to add more runs because, you don't want to piss the pitcher off. He's got feelings. Think about him. Anyway, they said that Tatis missed the sign from the third base coach, and after this 3-0 pitch, he doesn't even look over there. He's not even going to give them the option. He never once looked. There was no sign given because he never looked. If he did look, would they have given him the take sign, the don't swing? Maybe, but he didn't give him the option. So he sees this fastball. It's actually not even like middle. It's kind of outside. He goes out and gets it. He pops it over the wall for his league-leading 11th home run. He overtakes Mike Trout, one of the best players ever, with the most home runs in baseball. Woodward, the manager of the Rangers. Oh, okay, I see you. Okay, that's how it is. He runs around the bases. He does everything he did the first time, celebrates with his boys just like he did on the first home run. Same exact routine. Comes back to the dugout. Hosmer loves him, smiling, having fun, dapping him up. Interesting there, coming up later on. And here's his manager, Jace Tingler, first-year manager, kind of giving him a look like, I don't know. I'm not going to celebrate with you about that. Like, I don't know. Then the Rangers bring in a new pitcher, and the first thing he does is he throws behind Machado's back because they pissed off his teammates. This pitcher didn't do this on his own accord. He was told to throw behind Machado by the manager. That's how baseball works. It's a dumb society sometimes. The umpires get together. They give no warnings. They did suspend the pitcher and Woodward after this because obviously that was intentional, and Woodward's sitting there with his feelings hurt. Then they get out of the inning. Hosmer makes the last out. He runs down the line. He looks at the opposing dugout and says, hey, we'll talk to him. And then Hosmer talks to Tatis, who just hit 2 home runs, just became the kid with the most home runs in all of baseball, and look at the face he's making. He's getting a stern talking to. He's being told how wrong he was. He's having zero fun. The kid who has the most fun right now on the baseball field just hit a grand slam, has 2 home runs, leads all of MLB, and he's having zero fun on the bench because he broke some unwritten rule that nobody cares about. Now, what did Woodward, the manager of the Rangers, say after the game? He said this.
There's a lot of unwritten rules that are, constantly being challenged, I think, in today's game. So, I didn't like it personally. When you're up by 7 in the 8th inning. It's typically not a good time to swing 3-0. That's kind of, the way we were all kind of raised in the game, but
not a good time to swing 3-0. But he also says, that this is when his team came back from being down a lot. He said, "We don't quit. We fight. We have quality at-bats. We were one hit away from tying the game or winning the game." Can't say enough. So if you want your teams to fight and quit, or fight and never quit and have quality at-bats and come back from big runs, you also want the other team to not add runs to their side. They just need to stay put and then let you come back. Doesn't make much sense to me. Sounds kind of stupid and wrong. And then the starting 9 crew dug this up. Manny Machado hit a home run when they were up 6 on a 3-0 count, and Woodward just standing on third, dapping him up. Good job, Manny. So a lot of hurt feelings. Now the Padres manager, Jace Tingler, he was with Texas forever. Minor league coordinator, outfield and base running coach, assistant general manager, quality control coach, all of this. Is he going to have his new teams back, or is he going to suck up to his old team?
In this game in particular, we had a little bit of a comfortable lead, and we're not trying to run up the score or anything like that. And so put on the take sign and probably see a strike right there.
You should probably see a strike right there, not hit a home run. So did not have his star players back. His golden goose, the player that's going to make him seem like a good manager. He's a new manager. The only reason he's brought in is to be a player's coach, a player's guy. And he throws his player under the bus, says, yeah, he probably should have taken a strike there instead of hitting a home run. When in the world should a coach be telling his player, take a strike instead of put more runs on the board for his team? Ridiculous press conference by Jace Tingler. Makes me so upset. And then Tatis comes to the press conference and he apologizes.
I've been in this game since I was a kid, man. And I know a lot of unwritten rules. And but this time I didn't. I was kind of lost on this one. I was, they told me after 5, 7, after 6, or something like that. And from those experiences, you gotta learn from it. Probably next time I'll take a pitch. Now that I know from it, and we just gotta learn from it and keep looking forward.
How backwards is baseball that this kid hits league leading 11th home run, a grand slam, has a fantastic night, and he has to sit in front of the media and say, yeah, next time I'll probably just take a strike instead of doing what they pay me to do, what I will be getting a contract to do. His kid should be so excited, and look at the face he's making in the dugout as he's getting talked to about how he didn't follow the unwritten rule and, respect the opponent because they may get upset. They're pitching so bad that they're going to be upset if you take advantage of how bad they're pitching. Shut up. This is why baseball gets so much flack, because of this dumb stuff. The really good news is so many people tweeted, and the mass majority seems to be on the side of, the baseball player who gets paid to hit baseballs should probably try to hit baseballs at all times. That's the good news. The majority of people see the light. Maybe baseball's moving forward. Also, good news is that this puts Fernando Tatis on more people's radar. We want people to know about him, but we don't want them to know him looking like this. We want them to know him smiling, having fun, and crushing balls. This one is brought to you by DraftKings. Go to DraftKings, download the app, use code JOHNBOY, pick up Fernando Tatis, play him every game. If he gets a 3-0 count, I hope he's swinging.